The story begins in darkness with the pale, trembling glow of a sonogram monitor. Two tiny forms float side by side in the grainy image, twin babies. At first, everything looks peaceful. Then, one twin shifts violently, pressing against the other as if trying to overpower it. The calm moment twists into a nightmare. 17 years later, Maria stands in front of her mirror. Morning light filters through the curtains, cold and gray. On the outside, she's just another high school student, quiet, pale, withdrawn. Her life seems normal. But inside, there's a deep, suffocating loneliness. Her world feels frozen, detached, and endlessly isolating. Downstairs, breakfast is a silent ritual of scraping forks and unspoken tension. Her father, Don, stares at his phone. Her mother, Amy, stares into her coffee, lost in her own world. Maria eats quickly and leaves without a word. The moment she's outside, she lights a cigarette. A girl from school walks by and throws a cruel comment her way. Maria doesn't react. She's used to it. At school, she's both invisible and a target, an outcast everyone feels entitled to torment. On the bus, the bullying starts immediately. Whispers, laughter, shoulders bumping into hers on purpose. No one wants to sit next to her. She has one so-called friend, Lily, but even that relationship is hollow. Lily is cold, distant, and only uses Maria when it's convenient. During lunch, Maria sits alone, drowning out the world with her headphones. Across the cafeteria, she watches Lily laughing with her boyfriend, Sean. Lily is popular, confident, desired. Sean is everything Maria secretly dreams of: kind, strong, protective. And Maria hates herself for how deeply she envies them. Dinner at home is no different. Silence. Tension. Her father, a successful plastic surgeon, is obsessed with perfection and openly cheats on her mother. Her mother, Amy, is fragile, haunted by constant nightmares and crushing depression. She pretends not to see her husband's affairs. Tonight, Amy nervously brings up prom, suggesting a blind date. She insists Maria needs a normal life. Don chimes in, not with encouragement, but with criticism. Trapped and humiliated, Maria finally explodes, yelling at her mother before storming out. From upstairs, she hears her father's voice, sharp and cold. She's an embarrassment. She has no future, the words cut deeper than any schoolyard insult. In her room, fighting back tears, Maria stares at herself in the mirror. Something catches her eye in the frame behind her reflection. A faded piece of paper, she pulls it out. It's an old sonogram, two babies, twins, confused and unsettled. She shoves it away. Later, after a shower, she returns to the bathroom mirror. And that's when everything changes. Her reflection moves before she does. Maria freezes, her breath caught in her throat. The reflection smiles, slow and deliberate. She stumbles backward, collapsing to the floor in terror. When she dares to look again, the reflection is still smiling. The next morning, shaken and exhausted, Maria tries to tell her parents. Her father cuts her off, criticizing her appearance. "You look horrible," he says. "Put on some makeup before school?" He never asks what's wrong. He never listens. Back in the bathroom, her reflection is slightly delayed again, moving just out of sync with her real body. The nightmare is tightening its grip. At school, Mark, the main bully, waits for her with a twisted grin. Suddenly, Lily pulls up in a new car and offers Maria a ride, bragging nonstop before they pick up Sean. Maria sits in the back, silently watching them, a painful display meant just for her. Later, in the hallway, Mark shoves her to the floor. But this time, Sean steps in, furious, and defends her. For a moment, Maria's heart stirs with feelings she's too scared to name. That night, alone again, Maria hears a voice calling from the bathroom. Trembling, she approaches the mirror. Her reflection speaks. "My name is Airam." The girl in the mirror steps forward, pressing against the invisible glass. She looks exactly like Maria, but her eyes burn with confidence, cruelty, and dark desire. Airam explains she has always been there, living in every reflection, every piece of glass. She promises to help Maria, to protect her, to make everyone who ever hurt her pay. For the first time in her life, Maria feels seen. The next day, she is different, brighter, stronger. Her parents notice immediately. Don even compliments her. Maria announces she's going to prom. Amy beams with happiness. At school, Maria asks Lily to teach her to ice skate, stunning everyone with her sudden confidence. But from every reflective surface, Airam watches, her jealousy growing. Maria spends time with her father at his clinic and accidentally sees one of his lovers. They go to the movies, an awkward attempt to bond. Mark appears, pretending to be friends now that her father is watching. Don is embarrassed by Maria's awkwardness. On the drive home, he mentions her birthday gift, plastic surgery, to fix her. Maria is shattered. She runs to Airam, and Airam's rage ignites. Soon, Amy notices frightening changes. Maria talks to mirrors. Her moods swing violently. Don refuses to deal with it. During skating practice, Lily mocks Maria when she falls and leaves her alone on the ice. That same night, Mark assaults her. Broken and terrified, she flees to the bathroom and presses her hand against the mirror. The glass gives way. Maria and Airam switch places. Now, Maria is trapped inside the mirror and Airam walks free. With Airam in control, everything spirals into violence. She terrifies Mark and breaks his leg. She manipulates Amy into discovering Dan's affairs. On the ice rink, she humiliates Lily, causing a fall that turns fatal. Afterwards, she parties with Sean, drinking and smoking. At a motel, Sean tries to force her to go to the police. In a panic, she strikes him with a bottle. Sean is dead. When he admits he could never love a deformed child, she kills him without mercy. After the slaughter, Airam returns home. She looks in the mirror, but Maria is no longer there. Now they share one body forever.